Sorry, I'm trying out yet another video technique. So this video is a little bit of a test, because everything I'm saying is back to front, but hopefully it will convert the right way round. And the last video I did took hours to get onto the computer into iMovie to edit and save, and I'm just trying something to see if it's a bit quicker. So this is a bit of a test. So what I decided to do is I purchased from the amazing Jessica Rapp. Her link is down below to her YouTube channel, and I know her Etsy store is linked under her videos. I purchased some of her clusters. I purchased these, which are the paper clusters. There's 2 in each of these bags. Aren't they amazing? And she holds them together with one staple. Like I've said before, it just amazes me. And these ones as well, they are awesome. And Jessica has loads of really awesome vintage ephemera and card pieces and things to use on her clusters. And I also have some of her fabric clusters, so I'm just going to really quickly show you. And that's really thick, it's just so, oh, it's gorgeous. That would make a fantastic brooch, as would this one and this one. Aren't they amazing? So I wanted to quickly show you those, and this one's beautiful. It's got like a little kind of ruffle on it with a little pin. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I've never successfully made any of her paper clusters, and as you can tell, I probably still haven't. But what I've done is I've just pulled a few bits together, and I've made a few so far, which will still need a bit more embellishing. I'm trying to stay in camera, but it's very weird. Quite like that one. That one. This one's my favourite so far, the smaller one. So I thought I'd just make a few while you're here to check out this camera. Now, because I don't have quite the kind of stash that the amazing Jessica has, what I've done is I've cut out some like not so pretty postcards that I had, to get a solid base for the background. So let's try that one, because that's got a nice stamp on it. I quite like that because of the ink stamp. That's quite a nice one. I'm just going to have a little flick through and see what I've pulled out. That's quite nice. Blues. So let's have a little go. So what I've got is I've got some of these pages as well from Jessica, and because they're orange, I thought they might go well in some journal, naturey kind of vintage journals. And so I've torn up some of that. I've got some trim, I've got some music paper, I've got some fabric scraps, I've got some calico that's tea stained, and I've also got some torn up arabesque pages. They didn't print very well, that particular one. Oops. So I've oh sorry, just turned the phone on silent. I've torn that up, and I've also printed some of my labels. Some of them didn't print. I had a bit of a printer issue. I had no black, so that's now full. So I've let her talk. So I'm just gonna make a mess and tear some of this off, because I actually like them a little bit smaller, I think. And then it's just a case of some layering. So that one's a bit big, I'm gonna pop a bit of that on. I'm going to pop a bit of that on. Let's have a little piece of music paper. And the idea is you kind of have to make sure that at some point in the middle everything matches, or everything meets, because when you put your staple in, you kind of need it. So that's, I've got a little space that they all meet in the middle. and I'm going to put a staple in. And what I'm going to do to cover the staple up, although some of those I'm not going to be able to cover the staple up that I've already made because I've put the staple at an angle, I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on some of my tiny tag words and pop that on there. So that is one little cluster, a Jessica Rapp cluster. So I'm going to do another one. A piece of that. I'm going to hang this over a little bit. I want the stamp to show. This is the edge of that. I'm a bit obsessed with this stuff at the minute. The edge of that printer paper. This one. They are a lot of fun, and I'm pretty sure I probably think about it a bit too much. There's not as much on here as Jessica usually has. That's going to be a bit big. I think it's a confidence thing. I think the more confident you get with them, the more you'll add. I think. I hope. Right. Okay. Just make sure that's going to go in the staple. Yeah. But I just thought, you know, the postcards that you kind of, they're not pretty, but the backs are. So that's why I thought I'd have a little go at using those. Let's make a longer one. The only thing is you've got very flat edges on these, but that's something I can kind of work with. Go with that. Trying not to think about it too much. It's quite difficult though. And I think because we've got that purple stamp, I'm going to add a piece of this kind of more colourful fabric. And this is not something that I would generally be doing a video on. I'll leave it to the experts. But just trying out this camera. Oh, it's a bit too big. And I think we'll have, I think that needs to come up a bit. I don't want to cover the stamp too much, but I do think it needs a little bit of covering. Maybe there. Oh, I don't have that tiny little staple. Staple, I think it's a Tim Holtz, a little tiny staple gun. Okay. And the good thing about this, I'm using Photo Booth. I don't know if anybody uses that. I'm hoping it's going to be a lot quicker once I get it into iMovie. I don't know if I didn't put a word on this one. I don't know if I need to. I think I do. I'm going to go for friendship. Yeah, I had a bit of a, I don't know if you can tell, I had a bit of a printer problem. I've got an eco tank, so I filled it up and I overfilled it. So I had to use the top of a spray bottle, a new one, and pop it in the tank and spray some of the ink out to make it work, because there was no black ink in anything. But sorted out now. Okay, next one. I'm gonna go for this. I'm really trying not to be too neat, but it is really difficult. That is really hard to just kind of go with it. I'm not very good at it, at just going with things. Quite like that. I think I might need, under there. I was having a bit of fun though with it. Not saying I'm not having fun now I'm recording, but it makes it something else, doesn't it? It's not so. I would absolutely go and check out Jessica's because they are amazing. And check out her Etsy shop. I don't know if she's got any listed at the minute, but she was definitely going to put them in. I think she might actually have them in as a custom order. I'm not even sure what the colour is going to be like on this video, so it might not come to light. Right, I'm going to do a bit of a bigger one now, and I'm going to just go for text on the back, I think. Maybe a longer one. Look at that beautiful handwriting. I don't know if you can see. How gorgeous is that? I wish I could write neatly. I'm going to cut that off a little bit. I want this one to be a little bit more rustic, I think, so I'm going to pop the rough edge over there. I'll use a piece of this orange. Let's have quite like that. Yep. We're just going to tear the bottom off that. It's a bit neat. This tiny little scrap of lace. I think I might as well add that too. Ooh. Thank you. See, now I definitely am like Jessica. I've got my coffee too. Thank you. Okay, so pop that there. And I'm going to layer this one up a little bit more, I think. Be a bit braver. Let's put that one behind. See, this is when, in the times I've done it before, things have started to fall out. Oh no, I haven't quite finished this yet. What do I want on there? Yeah, let's get that. I think that's got everything. Actually, the back doesn't look too bad on that one. I think that's it. And covered little. I think my videos are like buses. You don't get one for ages, and then you get two. If I can get a quicker kind of, oh, I like that one. If I can get a quicker system, then, you know, it's a lot easier to do videos. Oh dear. I think someone's trying to FaceTime me. Okay, I'm going to pop. I think I'm going to go for that. Sorry about the noise. Do I want a piece of, I think I'm going to put a piece of fabric on that one as well. Maybe under. Yep. Okay, and yep. And just hopefully that piece of lace will get caught. See, that's the kind of thing that happens when I try and do something like this. Okay, it's probably not the best quality stapler in the world. Well, it isn't, it was cheap, so let's try that again. No, it doesn't want to go through there. So that tiny little one that Jessica's got, I'm pretty sure it is Tim Holt's teeny, you know the one, tiny attacher. I'm pretty sure. I think what I'm going to have to do now is add actually something else to try and cover up the holes that I've made already. Okay. That's not going to work. Right, so what I'm doing is I've stapled these bits together. I know this is what I mean when I say I can't do I can't do these. I have told Jessica I can't do them. And I think that's proof. Maybe it's my stapler. I'll blame my tools. So, quite like that one. Oh, it's so strange, everything being back to front. That's quite good, actually. I like that one. Right, one more. If you can bear with me long enough. I think I'm going to do that one this way round. Let's try a smaller piece. I quite like the really tatty edge though. Let me pop that there. What else should we have? I don't have a massive amount. I've torn all of these pieces up, which I'm seriously not going to use them all, am I? Let's get a bit of orange in there. That orange is always good for nature journals, isn't it? And it looks vintage. Well, it is vintage. I always assume it's come from the Queen of Vintage. Okay. I don't know if I want to. I think I want another labelling. Red one. Get quite a bit of colour in this one. I don't know if that would be a bit much. I actually probably talk to myself just as much when I'm on my own. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. Let's see if I can get this stapler through it. Yay! And I'm going to go for the word botanical on here. Jessica doesn't ink anything when she's doing these, not very often, and I decided I'm not going to ink anything, and I actually really like it. I think if you wanted to, you could add a bit of ink afterwards, but they actually just look really good without the ink. I really like them. So that's nice and quick. I will carry on and make a few more. Do go and check out Jessica's channel. I didn't put a little word on that one. Because she is the queen of these, and her I have quite a few of the fabric ones I've made, but they are nothing like Jessica's. I definitely think I'm going to make one of those into a brooch for sure. So there we go. It's not bad. 6 little clusters, and hopefully this video will be uploaded. Thank you for watching for the second time today. I'm now going to enjoy my coffee and see whose call I missed. So I will see you all again soon. Bye.